Okay, so as you can see, I have painted the Star Killer base, Kylo Ren, and now I'm going to do one of the TIE fighters from Force Awakens here in the lower left-hand corner. I've completed a sketch, a pre-sketch in pencil. I've been painting on foam core, black foam core, which I prefer because, number one, it's inexpensive. Number two, it holds up nicely to acrylic if you don't use too much water. And number three, it's cheap to ship. And I have a tendency to send these posters to friends who live across the country, and so it's nice not to have to pay too much money in shipping. And they are standard sizes, so friends can get frames built for them easily. It's nice and light to pop into a frame, metal frame, easily. So I find that black foam core is ideal for quick poster art like I've been doing. So as you can see, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I love painting anything to do with Star Wars, and this one happens to be the Force Awakens poster for the son of a friend. Alright, so I have pre-sketched the TIE fighter here on the foam core just to give me some guidance. I'm going to do a quick sketch in paint. I'm a big fan of sketching first and then going back and making sure the details are correct. So I've kind of done a bit of a rectangle outline first. Because it's a sketch, it does not have to be perfect. You can always go back over it and change what needs to be changed. Right now I'm just going to put down some details to see if I'm on the right track or if I need to make adjustments. Making adjustments is perfectly fine. Don't ever think that you have to be absolutely perfect every time. You don't. I'm using acrylic paint. I love acrylic because it dries quickly, and you could still get the texture of oil, but it dries quick enough. It reminds me a lot of watercolor. So I prefer acrylic. I have painted in oil before, but it requires a lot of ventilation, and I don't have an artist studio where it's ideal for ventilation because we live in very hot desert climate. So alright, so as you can see, I'm just doing a bit of a quick sketch. When it gets close to the details, I'll go back to time lapse so you can get an idea of how I start to do the details. A little bit about myself. I'm a professional artist. I've been painting since I was about 5 years old. Drawing and painting since I was about 5 years old. I'm now 49 years old, so you can see that I've been doing this for over 45 years, almost. I've been asked, you know, what do I prefer, drawing or painting? I prefer drawing, mostly because it comes easy to me, and it's quicker, it's less expensive, the supplies. But I also love painting because of the challenge, and I think I can do more things with painting, but I'm getting better at it. I've been dabbling with a few more realistic subjects, and I feel like I'm getting better at it. So always learning. I'm always learning and practicing. I started painting probably in grade school. That's when my parents set up a little makeshift art studio for me. They bought oils back then, which meant I had to paint outside in our backyard because of the ventilation. So I would paint trees and flowers, and I loved watching the Bob Ross videos, instructional videos, and so I learned a lot from Bob Ross how to paint. But in high school, I fell in love with watercolors, and that became, and still is my first love when it comes to painting, simply because it's so challenging. And you can do realistic art and as well as abstract art. Okay, so I've got a basic sketch down now. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stand back and take a look at it from far away to see if I'm on the right track, which is something I recommend you do frequently. If you're staring close up at a painting, you're going to miss a lot of details when it comes to the composition. So I'm going to pause here and step back and make sure I'm getting things right.